Throughout our time, Edwin Armstrong played the role of being the father of FM radio. From the age of 14, he already knew that he wanted to become an inventor. His first major accomplishment was that he grasped the concept of the radio created by Lee De Forest and redesigned it to become a much more powerful radio. With this, he aided in the development of radio and mass communication.
It is seen in the text, The Network, by Scott Woolley, and on page 83, it states, "Soon he hit upon the idea of intentionally feeding a wireless signal back into itself, an epiphany that led to the thousand-fold amplification that had wowed Sarnoff, and eventually led to Armstrong's discovery that the device could be turned into a tool for creating the waves as well. Therefore, he just wanted to spread FM radio around the world and expose Sarnoff." He later then quotes the lawsuit he had filed against RCA and exposed David Sarnoff as a man who organized a conspiracy to cripple FM radio, which is found on page 103.
Now for David Sarnoff. It's interesting because he also had similar aspirations, but had a different outcome. He also wanted to become an inventor from a young age like Armstrong and developed FM radio and mass communication alongside him. He unfortunately went down a different path later in life compared to Armstrong and wanted to thwart the FM radio development. This was because he wanted to protect AM radio even though FM was significantly better. Here's a quote from the author of The Network, Scott Woolley. "A businessman intent on protecting his empire by throttling the superior technology." That quote was found on page 132. Sarnoff also introduced monochrome TV from RCA.
The government's motives were similar to that of David Sarnoff's towards the end of his career when he wanted to thwart the FM radio's development. So the government's main goal or objective was to hinder the development of the FM radio and mass communication. They even created laws that stopped technological development. With the stop or regulation on radio waves, the government can prevent the rise of monopolies produced off the new technology, and that was one of their main goals. And it even said on page 149, administration proposed flexible rules for the new industry, along with explicit provisions designed to prevent AT&T from extending its monopoly.
Speaking of technology, flying cars will change the automobile industry forever. The company developing the new technology is Aeromobile for $1.3 to $1.6 million and is available for purchase in 2023. Their competition is with other mass-producing car companies like Ford. This technology could potentially replace these gasoline-powered engines, which could change the whole economy. Adversaries could possibly be Tesla and Lucid because they are both electric cars that could work with Aeromobile to further progress their technology.
One of the biggest problems faced by Aeromobile is public safety and licensing to fly the car. Any sort of danger will pose a threat to the business and destroy its reputation. Its price and practicality is another problem. For $1.3 million, most people would not be able to afford these cars. And even if you were to afford one, you probably wouldn't need it. If society were to obtain the new technology in a hasteful way, there would be backlash due to a lack of options for the car community.
The current usage of gas-fueled cars also poses a threat for this new technology. Some of the members in the community will not be able to grasp the new trend of flying cars because petroleum-fueled engines already provide the same features. And another one of the big problems is the fuel for flying cars. There's a lack of charging stations for these cars. All of these challenges make it so that many big players and companies do not adopt this new technology just yet.